Hey everybody, how are you all doing? I'm doing really well. As I said, these videos will be a few days in between, so we're going to get started again on our Guardian. We actually have quite a lot to talk about. Yesterday, the first expansion for Guild Wars 2 was announced, Heart of Thorns. And let me tell you something guys, I haven't been so excited about Guild Wars 2 in such a long time. But finally, we have something to look forward to. Now this is going to be a boxed expansion, which again, I'm not too bothered about it being a boxed expansion. I'm actually really pleased because I'm kind of like a little hoarder. I like to collect games and stuff. So it will be probably a paid for expansion. Well, there's a high chance that it is paid for. So get saving some money to get ready for the next expansion. I know that I will be. Hopefully, if I manage to collect enough funds, I'll be purchasing the collector's edition, if they release a collector's edition, of course. But yeah, so much was announced. We are getting new zones, a new profession, so we get a new heavy armoured class into the game. We get new World vs World stuff, new PvP game modes. And as well, they use the word challenging boss content, which to me says either raids or more dungeons. Now, I'm excited for both of these. They also announced that there will be new legendaries to go for. Could this finally be legendary armor? Possibly. More legendary weapons. In the trailer as well, I'm just going by what I saw actually. I'll tell you in just one moment.
Hey there, kid. Remember to bring your weapon?
I'm ready to fight, and don't call me kid.
Haha, got some spark in you, eh, recruit? Good to see. We'll need it if we're gonna stamp out these renegades. Get ready to move, and keep your voice low. If we're lucky, we can catch these bootjacks sleeping.
You really think we'll be lucky?
Kid, we both know that kind of luck doesn't exist. Still, try to take prisoners if you can. We'll need them to give us information if Anvilburn isn't there.
So we just run in there and yell, "Hello, bad guys, surrender or die"?
Look here, whelp. There's a time for strategy and there's a time for kicking the door down. We don't need tactics against this rabble. We just need force.
Yes, sir, War Master.
Right then. Don't worry about hello. Just skip straight to surrender or die. Now move out.
Alright. So, as I was saying, just going by what I saw in the trailer, it looked like engineers can now wield hammers, which a lot of people have been asking because there's so many hammers that go with engineers. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So here is a camp of renegades. We're gonna go in and take them out. See what we can do.
Is this some kind of kiddie playground? Wake up out there! Get him!
Wow. War Master Forgle is really, really cool. So yeah, the new class actually looks extremely good. It looks like Ritlock has actually abandoned Warrior and gone for this new class, which is crazy. Unless he's just kind of like a mix between the two, which kind of was announced as well. They announced sort of I can't remember if they announced it as masteries or something else, where you can basically add something to your account to make it unique and special.
Come on, you mangy runts.
Woo. Setting like houses on fire here. Crazy. Alright, so yeah, the expansion has been announced. However, there is no release date or price point as of yet. Which I don't know whether to be like worried about, because you know, if there's no release date, we don't actually know when it's coming out, which means that it could be a long time coming. Or it could be just around the corner.
You shuck-brained cur! Where's Ajax Anvilburn? We know he's behind the attacks on Ebonhawk. Spill!
You just missed it. He left this morning. He's on his way to kill some worthless human named Duran. They're setting an ambush at Summit Peak. They'll kill Duran, then leave the bloody knife with old Steel Crusher. They're killing 2 peace lovers with 1 trap.
Ashes and snow? He means Minister Kent Duran, the Crichton ambassador. I bet Steel Crusher's the ambassador for the High Legions.
You're Vigil, aren't you? Ha! Ajax will be sorry he missed killing you. Tell his human-loving mother, Almora, that one day we'll spit on her grave.
Almora is Ajax's mother?
That's above your pay grade, recruit. Forget you heard anything about it.
Forget? I can't just forget. Don't you think that's important?
Whatever happened to discipline? Kids these days. All right, fine. But not here and not now. We'll talk about it later. Right now we have to evac before more renegades show up. Leave this coward to rot and die alone. Let's get back to Ebonhawk and warn Samuelson about Ajax's plan.
Okie dokes. So let's speak with Fogel. This isn't the time or the place to discuss it, but yes, Ajax is Almora's son. She's aware of the complication and the mission is still go. So, what's next? We need to warn the delegation at the summit peak that Ajax and his renegades are planning an attack. Let's do it. I'll send a message to Samuelson in the meantime, let's head to Summit Peak. Okay. Right. What have we got here? Let's do that. I suppose that's a lot better than what we currently have, so it's time to equip that and get rid of our old sword. Kind of a shame really, because the old one does look a lot... Is this better than what we have? Currently equipped. It kind of, I suppose, because of the toughness and vitality, but not really. So this XP booster is good. I can put that onto my other characters. I still haven't opened that, which I should probably do. Okay, so I guess we're off to the summit now to stop Ajax. Now, where is that? I'm guessing that's just back there. Oh well, we're actually really close to that. Shouldn't be too hard to get to. So we are level 41 at this point. We're just over halfway to level 80. Yeah, and it's actually leveling up is going really quick. Look at how amazing that looks. Now if only I could run this game in higher quality, it'd look even better. So don't shoot the messenger. Right, Fogel's here, and so is this person. Eileen? Ilya?
Who are you people? Commander Samuelson didn't mention an escort, and you certainly don't look like Vanguard.
We're with the Vigil. We know about the attack planned for Minister Duran. We're here to make sure you reach him in time.
An escort? I'm a soldier of the Ebon Vanguard. I don't need babysitters.
We're not babysitters. We're tourists. Traveling the same road, taking in the same scenery, and beating the ever-living crap out of the same idiots as you. You look like a fine sergeant. Are you really gonna tell us where we can't go and who we can't beat up on such a nice day?
I have to get this message to the Minister. I don't have time for this. Just keep up or I leave you behind. Head out for Summit Peak, and don't slow down. So Vigil's my escort? Fine. Just don't tell the rest of the Vanguard. I'll never hear the end of it.
If I'd had a daughter, she'd be a lot like Jane. Except smarter, stubborn.
Careful. This has ambush.
For the char? I don't think so, mister. We are the Vigil, and I am a human, so for the humans. So yeah, as well as the expansion so far, I don't believe any new race has been announced, like a playable race, such as the Tengu. But I'm pretty sure maybe they'll save that for later. So when to stop the hype from basically dying down, they have to, you know, save some things so they can talk about them like on the way to launch. So they may very well in, I don't know, 2 months time start talking about some of the zones and the new possible playable races.
They aren't even bothering to disguise their ambushes? That's just insulting.
So yeah, I mean, it could be that way because obviously what you don't want to happen is to give
Stand the line. We have to help her.
give
No, we
everything
can't risk it.
out.
If the ambassador is killed, many more lives will be lost.
You'd abandon your own soldiers?
We all knew the risk when we joined the Vanguard. Duty first.
Yeah, you don't want to give all your secrets out at like one little expo and then have the hype die down and you have nothing left to sort of intrigue people with, because by the time the game has launched, then people will have just forgotten, and you don't want that to happen. Especially not when you're releasing your like first massive expansion for a game that's 2 years old. I remember watching the interview yesterday, and I'm not sure who it was, but he was with Colin Johansson, and he was saying about how this expansion is going to make Guild Wars 2. He said that it's vital for Guild Wars 2. So I think there's going to be a lot changing. It's not just going to be some new zones, but it's going to actually be like a massive sort of amazing expansion. I hope so, because I want this game to live on forever, which I know the chances of it living on forever are very slim, but I'd like that to happen, you know. It'd be really cool if in like 10 years time I could still log on to Guild Wars 2 and see my warrior.
The renegades are stirring up anything they can find just to send them at us.
Okay, so we're traveling over to the peak here. She's just down there apparently, the summit peak. So yeah, tell me what you guys are looking forward to in terms of the expansion. I mean, I may actually, if some of you guys request it, I may make a video on like talking on my thoughts of the expansion. I can do this by obviously looking at the webpage and reading what's been said, and then have like my comments on it. Because at the moment I haven't really sat down to think, just apart from it looks really good. So there may be actually a good potential for a video if I sat down and read some of the features that I haven't seen yet, and then yeah, just talk about them, my thoughts and feelings on them. That could be quite cool. So we're here at the summit now, and yeah, let's see what's going to happen. I guess we're going here. Yes.
Minister Duran, sir, please, it's critical that you hear this. Commander Samuelson sent me from Ebenhawk. You're both in terrible danger.
Danger? Slow down, Sergeant. Take a deep breath and tell me what's going on.
Ajax Anvilburn and his renegades are going to ambush you. They plan to assassinate Minister Duran and blame the attack on Ambassador Steelcrusher.
Well, we can't let that happen, can we? Duran, can you fight?
Not as well as a Char, but I can hold my own. We could take cover at Summit Peak up ahead. Having the high ground would be in our favor. The camp is a defensible location. If the renegades don't know we're prepared, we could turn the tables on them when they attack.
With all due respect, Minister, the best defense is usually a good offense. I recommend we find the traitor's base and destroy Ajax before he can strike.
The Vigil were the ones to uncover this plot. With due respect, sirs, I think we should let them decide if we choose ambush or assault.
We're going to go all out for an assault. That's exactly what we're going to do, because that seems like something that the Vigil would do. So let's take them out before they do any more harm.
Good choice.
Okay, so we get some things here. Let's take this one. And unfortunately, guys, that's where we're going to leave it for this episode. Kind of a short one, I know, but yeah, we've talked a little bit about the expansion. There's still a lot more to talk about, which we can talk about in the future. Obviously, we don't know how long this expansion is going to be before launching, so we're not in any sort of a rush to sort of talk about it all right now. But I'm going to leave this episode right here, and we'll continue on next time. So until next time, guys, bye bye.